Citizen!
Alright, welcome back to another stream of Assassin's Creed 2 with our new HUD challenge. We're gonna do a cheeky Saturday stream. Don't really have those happening often these days, but yeah, I got a bit of time on my hands this weekend for more of this game, and yeah, quite looking forward to it. We'll also finish sequence 7 because we didn't quite get there yesterday. It's gonna be good to kind of catch up on that and do a bit more progress. And yeah, just spend more time with this awesome game, of course. Also welcome in again, Rod. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you had a good time with Black Flag and that you covered lots of NPC dialogue. And that's good you got to the Kenway Fleet part because yeah, you're gonna make like so much, you know, like money out of there. Especially since all of the progress kind of like transfers over right from like your previous save files. Since it's kind of like tied to your online persona instead of your save file. So yeah, that's like super handy I feel, because you can make lots of money within like 1 to 2 days. Easily. Nice surprise stream. Yeah. Yeah, Levy is still in London. She's actually traveling back tomorrow. So, yeah, I spent a bit of time with the doggo this morning. Actually doing some cable management. Also built in a new SSD hard drive into my computer. Made sure all of that worked well. Had you running in the background on my phone. Since my PC was turned off, of course. And yeah, kind of like felt like playing some more of this today. Yeah, that's gonna cost quite a bit of money, you know, especially if you want to get the wear outfit, because for that, of course, you have to get like the very special white whale skin, which is quite rare to trigger, so you might have to buy that from the store, which costs like 25,000 or something, so yeah, it's a bit of money. Yeah, it was alright. Like, the cable management definitely took a bit because it was kind of chaotic. It's not entirely finished, but at least it's like much more organized and I have like much more kind of like space around my legs, which is nice because then I can, you know, rest them better like during the stream. Yeah, it's kind of like something that slides a little bit this past couple of months. You know, when everything is just completely chaotic and like too lazy to kind of like fix it. But yeah, today was a good day to get that done. Make it a bit more tidy. It took me like total an hour, I think, but also like building in the SSD and setting all that up. Which is great because with how big games are becoming, you know, it's it's good to have like a bit more extra space instead of like having to choose what games you have want to install. Because now I can have all the AC games easily installed and I can just start them whenever I want to, you know, instead of like making a choice between I want to install Valhalla now or Origins, you know, given how big they are. So yeah, it's nice to kind of like be able to just like start any game you want to play at any time instead of like having to download them first, you know. Of course, my internet connection is alright, but it's not like the fastest, so downloading something like Valhalla will still take a few hours, you know. Sometimes you just want to like boot up a game to test something out, you know. If it's for like a playthrough, if you want to plan that, or if you want to kind of like just replay a mission for yourself. Eventually I would also like to playthroughs of individual mission and like upload them on YouTube. So that's gonna make it much easier to like switch back and forth between different games. So overall quite happy that it worked out well. It's kind of funny this scene how I just completely skipped the dialogue between Ezio, or rather between the Templar and Ezio. Let's not spoil the player. Yeah, that is Warrod. That can happen so easily if you have like a capo set it. That's actually how I kinda like accidentally plugged out my headphones a couple years back. Then I had to kinda get the jack fixed. So yeah, just to avoid that kind of scenario. I love that trailer. It's kind of like foreshadowing a little bit the Carnival sequence, which is gonna happen soon enough actually. But yeah, gonna be good for you to also have like an extra drive for the PS5 because games are just getting bigger and bigger. The newest Call of Duty has actually gotten like lots of critique for various reasons, but one of them also being with the game is like 200 gigabytes of size, which is insane. And it also requires you to first open up the previous Modern Warfare game to even be able to play it. So you gotta have both installed essentially, and you can't launch Modern Warfare 3 without starting Modern Warfare 2 first. But like separate, not like inside the same game, but like extra separate Excel files. But also of course means like reduced performance, right? Because you have to have like 2 games open. It's just ridiculous. That's just Activision nowadays. The first one we're like, why is it missing? I would have sucked if done it a few times too with yours. Yeah, often nothing crazy happens, but in this case, definitely damaged kind of like the headphones to a point where I only could hear on like one side. So I had to get it fixed at the store, and they kind of like misaligned it to the point where basically the sides are now switched. So I basically have to wear the headphones the other way around, or left and right to be where they should be. But that's not really something that bothers me, you know, because it still works. Just reverse. At that point I was like, okay, never mind, I'm not gonna go back and like complain. It works. That's the important thing. Yeah, so last time we kind of like stopped with the preparation missions for Barbarico, be able to kill him. And I think now we can talk to Antonio and advance to the final stage before the assassination. Everything must go. Work with Antonio and his thieves to defeat Emilio.
Please, enter. Your good work has restored us to our former strength, Ezio. We are ready to strike.
Just tell me what needs to be done, and I'll see that it is.
You'll approach from above under the cover of night. Emilio has posted archers around the palazzo. Kill them, but do so quietly. As they fall, my men shall replace them.
What about the guards?
When you finish with the archers, we'll regroup in front of this building here, and discuss next steps.
Nessun problema. I'll take care of the archers and return to you.
Then it's settled. In bocca al lupo.
Crepi lupo.
Crepi lupo. Eva Kenway, welcome in. One thing I really love about Venice is kind of like the variety of like different lighting and colors in a way. It's like lots of different atmospheres for like night, dawn, morning.
Ready.
Okay, so looking for a very specific building. It's kind of like Animus War here. Let's go this direction. It's kind of like the building I tried to climb at the beginning. The roads got hurt by an arrow to the knee. Only this time we can scale the wards with the right distraction.
How do you do that? How does
And attack? Never mind. Hey there, Sheila, welcome in. It's going quite well, thank you. Having a nice weekend so far. How are you today?
I cannot do that.
Hey there, Amateur, welcome in. You woke up PC on in your chair. Oh dear. I think I've fallen asleep in my chair once before. Like years ago. But it was like only for like half an hour or something, and then I like woke up and went to bed. Hey Veroni, welcome in. How's it going, dude? Hope you're having a nice morning so far. Oh really, Sheila, you're driving to the game? That's awesome. I've been definitely wanting to watch the game myself later. I mean, it's starting in already 3.5 hours. I think I'm actually gonna watch the second half. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna catch kind of like the intense parts of the game, I hope. That's awesome that you're going there because, yeah. It's gonna be quite the game, I think, especially after the game that Bayern played recently, you know, like losing against Saarbrücken and getting kicked out of the DFB Cup. Gonna be interesting how they handle playing against the biggest rival. So are you a fan of Dortmund then? Is that like your club? Doing well, just doing morning chores? Nice. Glad to hear that it's going well for you, Ronnie.
After you.
Will you be streaming today? Oh, did get down.
your valiant guardsmen! Venice will never tolerate the assassins passing away! We must find this execrable agent of Satan and take the life of him!
I got you, Ronnie. That's definitely fair.
What a skill!
Yeah, you know, like Black Flag was actually a game I expected to be one of the hardest with an HUD because I just thought about the big ocean, you know, and like navigating and yeah, kind of like being the biggest open world, you know. I was really like thinking, okay, this is not gonna go well. But then when I actually played Black Flag, it was one of the best games, hands down, with an HUD. Like, not kidding. The ship combat is actually no worries if you know the mechanics, like, you know, kind of like how the cooldowns are on certain weapons, like when you can use wide, kind of like, you know, hit the weak points and stuff, so all of that flows really well. And you know, of course, like what to expect from certain levels of ships, you know, like how much they can handle, so ship combat is no issue whatsoever. And then like the extra exploration and like finding islands worked really well too, because they're very small isolated areas, which are perfect for no HUD, because it means the smaller the area, the better you can kind of like take care to find certain collectibles, certain quest starts. The issue comes actually from having cities like Venice, where it's like quite a large city and you have to find a specific thing in this large playground, right? In Black Flag, you have only very few places that are actually, like, there's no place that's as big as Venice actually, right? So it's much easier to kind of like traversal and explore. And tailing missions, I mean, as long as you can keep the enemy ship inside with the kind of like glass, then that's really no issue either. So yeah, Black Flag was hands down one of the best no HUD games that I played. The worst were ironically the Ezio games, because I expected them to be really good for it. Because AC1 is really good for it. So yeah, Black Flag was a game I would highly recommend playing without the HUD. Yeah, same here. I think most people will probably think that Black Flag is one of the hardest one, but yeah, ironically, I didn't feel that way. Honestly, like, I played with a no HUD challenge the last time 4 years ago, I think, and I played all the way up until Odyssey. And the hardest were the Ezio games by far, followed probably by the RPG games, followed by like AC3, Black Flag, followed by Unity Syndicate, and then AC1. Like AC1 being the best one with a no HUD, then followed by Unity and Syndicate being the best for no HUD. Then the Kenway Saga, then the RPG games, and last the Ezio games. But that's of course maybe also personal preference, but that was my experience. Yeah, Unity is pretty much perfect game to play with no HUD. What makes Unity and Syndicate so good without the HUD is that every time you start a mission, the game will kind of like show you the mission position. Like in game, it will always like show you this like green dot with the distance, no matter if you have everything turned off. And that means like finding where you have to go is like super easy. If the game didn't have that, it would be probably worse than the Ezio games. But it does have that, and that makes it very, very easy to navigate. I have to find the building we're looking for here. Let's maybe get this viewpoint and have a look around. It's gonna be interesting playing Valhalla with no HUD, because I've never of course done that. Only done it up until Odyssey. And Valhalla has also like a very, very large open world, of course. Can't really seem to spot what I'm looking for from here. Is it this one over there? It's definitely near the water, so we're just gonna have a look there. Okay, never mind, this part is locked off. Yeah, Origins would be a cool choice, I think. Because Origins is definitely doable, given as many times as you've played the game as well. So, you know like what the areas look like, what to expect from like how the stealth and combat works. And it's also a pretty decent one, I feel. Like the level locking isn't that hard if you kind of follow the route of the main story. I still found it easy sometimes to get overwhelmed with some high level enemies, because if you're kind of like going in an area which borders on like a much higher level area, kind of like easy to accidentally encounter like level 30 enemies on level 10. But yeah, apart from that, I thought Origins was actually quite decent for no HUD. The aiming for Bovo was very tricky. Unless of course you use like aim assist, then it might be much better. In Origins you would sometimes just hit an enemy forever thinking, okay, they must die soon, right? Only for them to just hit you out of a sudden and you just die in one hit.
Get down, ora! You'll soon sprout legends if you don't.
Just gonna stand there or what?
There! What are you doing there? Eccolo!
The video I'm looking for should be over there, right? That's the one? Should be the one. Then I think we have to meet the guys on the rooftop or something, or close by. This was a bit tricky because I think you have to meet Antonio, Rosa and stuff like in an alley somewhere close by. believe it was a very specific kind of like point. Of course. There should be close, so. Not even sure if I actually marked the spot. I think the last time I played this mission, I like searched forever to find it. Hey there, Mustang, welcome in. Indeed, yeah, playing some more AC2 in Venice. We're currently on the way to our first target.
This mighty man hit me. I was only the fly. You, still the sailor. My craft will last the night.
It's kind of like a question of, did I have to meet Antonio, Rosa in the streets? Do I have to meet them on rooftops? Or do I have to go into the location already? I have no idea. I mean, these are our mates here. Ah, never mind. These are the archers I had to kill. Right. That's what we had to do. Nice.
I don't get any advice up here.
I never get like replaced by our mates.
But you.
Okay, there should be more here. I think. Let's have a quick look at the DNA tracker here. Yeah, it just says kill the archers. But where are the other ones? Because usually they would be marked in golden. He's only marked in red here. Let's still kill them.
Now, what I shoot. Eccolo.
Sorry, give me just one sec. Alright, I'm back. Had a call come in, so wanted to answer that. Okay, the question is, what other archers do I have to kill here? There should be Mark Golden, so I'm just gonna have a look around the building, I think. Yeah, no worries, Schiller. No need to be sorry. I hope you enjoy the game. Yeah, hopefully Dortmund does make it, because I am looking forward to a more like intense season in terms of like who gets first. And yeah, I will catch you next time for sure. Thank you also for giving a shout out that to Schiller Locke. If you haven't checked out his channel before, he's another German streamer playing all kinds of games from Assassin's Creed to Dead by Daylight, GTA 5 and many others. And yeah, very chill, very nice streamer. So definitely check that out if you're interested.
You have no reason to be happy.
He's doing the dance. Okay. Oh, we are just at that now. Can we put Antonio somewhere nearby? And I have no idea where. From my memory, it was right next to kind of like a ladder and an ally.
Over here.
There they are. Or at least someone nearby.
We killed and killed, and yet we seem powerless to stop it.
At least I kind of like talk to us.
Ezio!
There they are. Okay.
Well done, Ezio. Everything is going according to plan. As we speak, my men are replacing the archers you've removed. The way to the palazzo is clear now.
But not the building itself. Emilio's guards still patrol its border.
Use my men. They can distract the guards. Save you from having to fight.
And when it comes time to storm the place, remember what I've taught you.
Seek out, though, Ezio. We await word of your success.
Assassinate Emilio Barbarigo. Oh yeah. Rosa Ezio. Here, over here. It really has to become a soundbit, doesn't it? Impatient NPC. Okay, so now these guys are replaced by our archers, which means I can safely scale the wall without them noticing. At least in theory. Nice, nobody heard that. Love at recovery. It's kind of lucky because if I hit the ground there, they might have heard that. It attacked me. Yeah, desynchronized for the archer. Ava Seraph, welcome in. Impatient NPC, that's a good name for it. Yeah. Yeah, whenever somebody is like just waiting for you to do something. Close enough. Yeah, that was very close indeed. Completely calculated.
Your little house of cards is crumbling.
Thank you for the lurk, Seraph.
A minor setback. It will be dealt with. This povero scemo Antonio and his thieves.
Never mind then. It's the assassin you should be worried about.
Why? Is he in Venezia?
He's been here for weeks. How could you be so blind?
Unlike you, I've been busy. Someone had to provide the weapons to our brothers in Firenze.
Yes. And we all saw what good that did.
Enough with the bards. What is it you want, Carlo?
Maestro has called a meeting. 3 days from now at Santo Stefano.
Very well. I'll be there.
Assuming you still live. If you want my advice, I'd find a less conspicuous place to wait. Seta is a target.
Seta is a fortress.
Go back down, or I shoot.
Goodbye, Emilio.
Cazzo, what if he's right? You, call for my boat. It should be close. When it arrives, load those crates and prepare to sail. I'll be right back. If Carlo speaks true, I must find a place to hide just until the meeting. Then deal with the assassin. He must be working with Antonio. That means the attacks. No, I've worked too hard for this.
Is the thing, if I assassinate this guy with air assassination, it will actually alert the other guards there for some reason. Because it counts like a high profile action. Which is kinda annoying.
Don't they understand? There is so much less crime. The people have better lives. So some must leave. It is the price of progress. Why must the assassins always interfere? Like Giovanni. He had just left well enough alone.
Yeah, I think he will wait for his boat ride to arrive here or something. So if I wait here, he might actually come along and we can try to assassinate him.
Is the ship loaded? Are you ready?
There he is.
Yes, and quickly.
Yes.
Do not be afraid.
I feel no fear, assassin. Only regret. I sought unity, stability, order.
At too great a cost.
Progress demands sacrifice.
Non trova alcuna gioia in questo, ma non c'è altro modo. Requiescat in pace.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Come, let's open the gate for Antonio.
Offered music.
Seta's fallen and Emilio is no more. All thanks to you, Ezio. Go! Tear down Emilio's banners. Return what he has stolen from the people. Tell me, Ezio. How can I repay you for your service?
Money's always nice.
Easy enough. What else?
Emilio is meeting with a man named Carlo. He looked to be a government official. Do you know him?
Carlo Grimaldi. He sits on the Council of 10. Why do you ask? What are you up to?
I have a meeting to attend.
Yeah, we go. That is the end of sequence 7. That's a good point actually, Rod. It's kind of funny, right? Because some Italians who play at AC2 in English think that some of the accents for Italian sound more Russian or French sometimes than actual Italian. Like a Russian tried to do like an Italian accent essentially. Maybe that's why you thought about him sounding like Dimitri. The place where he uses music multiple times is Chef's Kiss. It really is. I love how they utilize music in this game, you know, if it's the ambient score, cutscene music. Also like how sometimes it blends in together, right? Like sometimes you have like ambient music blending into the cutscene. Really cool to remember someone saying that Ezio sounds more like he's saying things with a Spanish accent. That's true, yeah. For Ezio, it's kind of like a mix between Spanish and Italian. At least also according to Levi, like, since Levi knows Spanish accents quite well. But I think was also like mention of someone else. I think even Roger Craig-Smith himself. So for him it's more like a mix, like the way he talks and pronounces, and kind of like his speaking rhythm is more like Spanish mixed with Italian. But yeah, for some other characters, like for some side characters, like Catalina Sforza, for instance, sounds more like French-Italian, I guess. And then, I'm not sure who it was exactly, but another side character they mentioned, at least according to an actual like Italian that played the game in English, they said like they sounded kind of like a Russian trying to do an Italian accent. If it might have been the one to save the time remembered. Yeah. Could definitely be it. Spitalian. That's it. Yeah, for example, the this quote.
Bene. Now I have a way back up in case I fall.
Now I have a way back up in case I fall. It's like a very Spanish way of saying it, actually. Like a kind of like way of speaking, you know. It's kind of like a Spitalian, I guess. So, I think before we start the sequence, I'll kind of like do a journey back to Monteriggioni again, even if it's gonna consume some time. Because we got money to spend, and I also want to get the next armor set bought. And it's already been full for quite a while, so I want to go and collect the money. So I'm gonna take the ship to Forney, and then we travel from there. Now I have a way to fall in case I get back up.
Eccolo!
I would actually like to visit the tailor here because I want to change my dye. And we can also collect another codex page.
Misericordia! No, please, don't...
This is none of my affair! Pesca fresco di giornata!
I reckon by the end of the game I will have to look at the map a few times just to find the rest of the codex pages.
Stay back! Guard!
I like how the minstrel is just muted. Like he's playing and singing apparently. Okay.
When the dogs have met their day, to their shame and great dismay, Il Campione
Sing in praise of children, I will croon in praise of dames. I will chant in praise of mighty men when I recall their names.
He has performed for the good of all, unpaid evil.
Oh, another codex page. Upstage by Ezio, indeed.
Keep away, you murderer!
Can't compete with a true minstrel singer.
Per la malora! I want no part of it! Noble fights for noble way! For an emperor! And the price too much!
Go now! Just like that night in Alba, capito? Are you afraid? Let's finish. What are you waiting for?
To kill me apparently. Can't even disarm this guy. Bladed this van. Got an art merchant here. We could buy some paintings actually. At least the kind of cheap ones like La Fornarina. The Let and the Swan. The Three Graces. And Eve. The other two are kinda expensive here, so I don't wanna go for those yet.
A pleasure doing business.
Is a tale of death by blade.
Let none defend this vilest of criminals! He's no hero!
And lots of blacksmiths, but I found no pillar yet. That's alright. Let's carry on for now. Why does it have to be just 3 graces? I mean, surely there's more than just 3 people in the world named Grace. And why are those particular 3 graces chosen? Maybe there's some other better graces. Those are the questions we should all ask ourselves. A truly important question regarding Assassin's Creed 2. They're absolutely right. Why have I never thought about that? That's really bad oversight on Ubisoft's part there. It could even be the meaning of life. Definitely question everything we know about life. I could actually think about doing the Assassin Tomb in Forli. I guess it's on the other side of the city there. And I don't want to get like super out of my way here. Alright, time to take the scenic route again. We're gonna spend so much time traveling back between Ravensthorpe and, like other parts of England. But also with the homestead and, New York and stuff. Because I can't really use the ship there, because there is another, like, more immersive route just going through the frontier. So I have to kind of like navigate through the frontier first every time. Which is alright, I guess, but in winter time it's gonna be quite annoying, I'll tell you that. Very easy to get lost in. Everything looks a bit more samey. And yeah, it's still quite a large area. Like last time I played without the HUD, of course I could still fast travel everywhere, so it made like some of the navigation less stressful. And like headachy. Yeah, in like this time it's gonna be definitely trickier. I think we know fast travel rule. At least you can listen to this beautiful music from AC1. It's almost like they only had this area going for the game for those people who don't want to fast travel. Because otherwise you're just really only using it once, and they could have just made it like an area that's only available for a mission, right? But they actively decided to keep it in the game for exploration. Which makes me feel like they definitely designed it in a way where people could avoid fast travel as much as possible. Since it kind of had to connect Venice, or I guess Forlì, to, Firenze and Monteriggioni. It definitely gives it like a distance kind of like feeling, you know? Like it's quite the journey to go from one place to another sometimes. whoops. I kinda went the way I came. Probably to go to right there, but no way to go to the left. And from here we're going left.
Andiamo!
And there we go. Made it back to Monteriggioni.
Bene.
I love how more life Monteriggioni feels, the more you kind of like renovate and stuff. Let's have a look how expensive a meta set would be to buy currently, just to see how much money we need. 6,000. 6. Yeah, like 36, 37 or something. Quite expensive.
Ciao, signori. E mention me to your amici.
Salute, Claudia.
You here to look at the book?
Okay, so we can essentially spend like 4,000 on upgrades or renovations. That's right.
A presto, Ezio.
Means you can at least get like one more renovation done.
Buongiorno.
Salute, Ser Ezio. Shall we take a look at the list?
Imagine if no HUD also meant not being able to see inventory. Yeah, that would be insane. Especially for the RPG games and stuff, you know. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna hold myself back from using the menu or anything if I need it. I mean, that being said, I do try not to use the menu too much, like only if I really need the specific information. But yeah, I guess the further we get into the series, the more we're gonna have to look at the menus, just to kind of like deal with like skill points and of course inventory management and all that type of stuff. I would truly make the no HUD challenge like next level, you know, like if you can literally not look at any kind of like menu ever. I mean, it's definitely possible with a lot of the games, but with the RPG games, it'll be insane. Like kind of like combining a no upgrade with a no HUD challenge. Hey there, Bishop Dragon, welcome in. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Here then, how about we upgrade the mines? Actually quite important because canonically that's how the people escape Monteriggioni.
Buon viaggio!
With a mine exit. Yeah, would be definitely interesting to do something like this. I wouldn't mind doing it on like a single game, like not being able to look at the menu at all. Like in AC1, I could have basically done that without having any kind of like deficit for where I played it. The only time I looked at the menu was when I kind of like looked for, you know, the investigation kind of like notices that ITA makes. But yeah, some later games would definitely be much different. There we go.
That should do
It's the meta set purchase. And then I'm just gonna go back to classic Assassin White for now.
Excellent. Addio then. I have an astonishing collection at the moment. And for this week only, I offer a
Escort Leech, who requires...
Ah yes, much better, friend. You'll see.
Alright, time to go back to Venezia. In the Tomb Raider reboot games, a good challenge that's not really that difficult, but still can be fun is not using Lara's instincts to see the things in the game environment. That would be a really cool challenge actually as well. Because it's very easy to just use it a lot and kind of like rely on it, but yeah, would make like finding things a bit more rewarding, I guess, as well. It makes me think how an HUD challenge with the Tomb Raider games might be like, because definitely more linear, I guess. It might be alright actually to do that. I think it's gonna be a challenge I wanna do with like more games in general. Like I would love to play some Rockstar games with no HUD, like Red Dead 2. I would love to play Witcher 3 without the HUD. Watch Dogs games I would like to play without the HUD. And who knows, maybe even Tomb Raider games. I haven't thought about those without the HUD, but might be really cool actually. Like anything that's more linear is like easier usually with it. Stealth challenge without using instincts would be very difficult though. That's true. It really would be. Like not being able to like spot the enemies properly in advance. Hey there, Spidey, welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, doing a bit like a no HUD, no fast travel, only look at the map once maximum kind of like challenge, and it's been very fun so far. I would say AC2 is a lot more difficult to play like that than AC1 has been. Hey, the theme? Yeah, I can imagine. I've seen quite a bit of gameplay on YouTube. People playing the game without the HUD, and it looked amazing. And of course, with how many animations you have, it's like sometimes you can just look at those, kind of like see what's happening, rather than looking at like any kind of UI. Yeah, busted. Exactly. You know, like AC1 has initially actually been designed for having no HUD, which is why they had like so many like people, you know, on the streets having the same dialogue over and over, like the NPCs. It's one of the reasons you hear them so often repeat themselves is because it makes actual investigations stand out, right? Like if then hearing like somebody, you know, speak a rant about something you haven't heard before, then you're like, oh, that's new, better check it out. And every time like talk to Rafik or like all the investigations kind of like lead you to certain places, right? Like they take lots of care to kind of like describe the place you have to go to, even like giving you directions and stuff, because they didn't plan on having a minimap until very late in development, and they realized that people might need it to be able to navigate the map. It really has been designed that way, and I would say it makes the game a lot more fun and rewarding to play it without the HUD. But then AC2, since they decided for AC1 to have the minimap be added quite late in development, they planned with AC2 from the get-go to have a minimap and like a regular UI system. Which is why you have like less conversations that spend time on like describing places you have to go to. Like sometimes they will kind of say, okay, I meet you at this church. But I won't go into detail like where to find the church, and often they won't even mention the place you have to meet eventually. So the game is just like expecting you to know where the next checkpoint is or where the next mission starts. And yeah, that creates some issues with no HUD sometimes, because you have like no way of knowing unless you know the game by heart. Yeah, that's true, Rod. I didn't even think about that. That would be cool to kind of like see that kind of challenge. Like either playing it or seeing someone play it. Yeah, definitely. That's how I feel in general with an HUD playthrough theme. That it really like makes you appreciate the environments a bit more, because often your attention gets a bit divided, right? Between like looking at something that isn't really the game world. Obviously my attention is divided either way because I'm streaming. But it definitely helps kind of like focus you more on the game. Speaking of Spidey, I feel the Spider-Man games might be cool without the HUD as well. As long as they have like a mission marker displayed. Which might be by default actually. But ever seeing so much Spider-Man 2 gameplay, I've been really itching to play those games again. Even though it hasn't been a year even since I last played them. I've actually played them in like January this year. It's like New Game Plus runs. Alrighty, time to take the ship, and then we are back in Venice. Yeah, just a short journey.
Recent flooding in the Lido facing Sestieri of the Città has caused some structural damage.
Alright, so I think the next mission might take place in the boating where we ended last time. Because Antonio has basically taken it over as like the headquarter for now, at least in a way. And that building is right over there.
You shouldn't be up here. What the devil are you doing up here?
Don't mind me.
Up here. Down. What the devil are you doing up here?
Maybe this isn't the place I have to go to yet. Maybe I have to go and visit Leonardo first, actually. This is another scenario where I just don't know, where the next mission takes place. I just have to, like, guess, essentially. But given it isn't here, it's very likely I have to go to Leonardo. Ezio, I should ask you. I live here. That's right. It's like, those rooftops belong to me, dude. I can be happy I let you stand there. Yeah, another tricky part is to even find where Leonardo is located. Especially since another region or area, I think, of Venice open up now.
All who need aid are welcome here.
All right, you know the musicians with style and quality, all of us free generate.
But I think a good way to go is actually locate ourselves at the Rialto Bridge. Because we can kind of like retrack the tour we've gotten for Venice. Which will kind of like get us more of a clue where Leonardo is located exactly. So let's find a high point, then look for the Rialto Bridge and kind of like go from there maybe.
Get down from there! Now! Now, fuck! Die!
Annoy me, dude.
You have no business up here before go. Eccolo!
Ah, it's here, isn't it?
Leonardo! Ezio, so good to see you. How can I help you? Haha! You found another one! How exciting! This one's easy. You just move every other letter. Here.
Okay, never mind, this wasn't where I had the next main mission. So it's not Leonardo, and it's not the Palazzo. I have to go back to a Thieves Guild again? I have no idea. I guess it's gonna be the next place I would try to find. Have a look there. Yeah, that's the tricky thing sometimes, you know, because there's kind of like a moment where I kind of have to look at the map to know where I'm supposed to go, but I don't want to because I want to hold myself back, of course, as much as I can from doing that. And I still haven't kind of like tried all the possible ideas where I might be able to search, so gonna wait, but that reminds me, we have passed another hour already, so I can look one more time at the map, bring us to a total of 21 times we haven't looked at the map yet. I love Leonardo, he's such a nerd, he really is. A very lovable one.
You are not allowed up here! That comes for you now!
You're not allowed up here! Leave! You're not you! Dannato, I've lost sight!
I've lost sight.
You have to show us some of your tricks, Signor!
Yeah, 21 hours without having looked at the map. I mean, I looked a couple of times at the map in this playthrough. But overall, you know, it's a pretty nice count considering we're still quite early into the series. Okay, so that's headquarter. Let's have a look if there's a mission here. There isn't a mission here either. God damn it. It's not even a palazzo, it's not even a feast guild. Where could it be? It's not at Leonardo's. Maybe in the new region we unlocked? I guess.
Not quite safe,
Put up. Did I get a letter? Can look at that. Documents. Ah, I didn't. Is it Hugo? I'm not sure, to be honest. Already done quite a few Hugo missions last sequence when I helped him take down the traders and rescue the thieves that were caged, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's a kind of talk that he has a meeting to attend to, so I think it's gonna be the mission where we have to tell the Templars potentially. And I'm quite sure that's in the new area, which should be next to this like super big building. How was it called? I have no idea. That reminded me, I think I have an idea where it could be now. At least one more place to check before we're gonna go and potentially look at the map. Would be fun though, you can see it now, part 127 of Witcher 3 no map. Yeah. I mean, I would love to play Witcher 3 without the HUD, but I think I would still allow myself to look at the map at least. Because yeah, it would be insane navigating that huge map. Part 127 of Gwent. Yeah, wouldn't mind that either. I think we have to go all the way back there. We can see like the big building in the background. I think that's a new place you unlocked. So how beautiful is Venice? Like this music and environments. It's a beautiful place.
Down or die! You should not be up here.
Yeah, we can now pass the Rialto Bridge as well. That's nice. Looking for Witcher School Gear, no map, no HUDs, part 1012. Jesus, yeah, it would take ages for sure. I've actually looked for like no HUD playthroughs of Witcher 3 and I haven't really seen much of it, to be honest. Like, it definitely seems to be quite the niche. Not many people doing like playthroughs of it. I've seen like individual clips and stuff, right? But not like actual playthroughs.
No need to be shy. Come forward.
That would be quite the undertaking, I guess, so it's understandable. I've been lost looking for those Witcher gears with map and HUD.
You have to show us some of your tricks, Theo.
Okay, almost there.
Get down, ora!
The only thing that annoys me with Venice is just the amount of like rooftop guards. Oh, it is a nice challenge, of course, and it makes stealth much more difficult in missions. But sometimes I just wanna run around the rooftops, you know, not really care about any kind of guards. Which is why Firenze is so nice to like navigate with the parkour, because you just don't really run into many guards on rooftops there.
You are not allowed up here!
There's also a place where we have a glyph apparently, which is right over here.
He wanted to stop the cycle, to tell the secret. Ugh, shit! I've gotta keep thinking. Rude the headaches.
The Inventor. From Nikola Tesla. The economic transmission of power without wires is of all-surpassing importance to man. By its means he will gain complete mastery of the air, the sea and the desert. It will enable him to dispense with the necessity of mining, pumping, transporting and burning fuel, and to do away with innumerable causes of sinful waste. It will make the living, glorious sun his obedient, toiling slave. It will bring peace and harmony on earth. Nikola Tesla. So yeah, that's of course not in the interest of the Templars, right? Which is why they actively worked against Nikola Tesla and tried to sabotage him. They didn't want humanity to, you know, get to a point where they might not have to work hard anymore. Taking all together everything with Clay is so tragic. It really is. You know, like, especially when you kind of like see his backstory in the Lost Archive DLC. And how he ended up being in this kind of like psychological state, you know. Tesla trying to illuminate the world, as mentioned. Hey there, Jax, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, and welcome in raiders. How was the stream today? Thank you all for joining. And yeah, how was Hunt Showdown? I hope you had a good time with it. Welcome into some AC2. We're playing a bit more of our new HUD challenge. For those unaware of you, basically a challenge where I can't use the minimap, I can't use fast travel, and I have very limited access to the actual map as well. So trying to kind of go for an immersion challenge, which has been very fun so far. And yeah, we're doing it with the entire Assassin's Creed series. So even with the RPG games later, which are just getting like bigger and bigger. It's gonna be quite the journey. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Jax got wrecked. He did? What happened? It went well. Finally got an achievement you've been hunting for 4 years. Damn. GG's, dude. That's amazing. I know how that feels like, you know, when you kind of like have an achievement that just doesn't want to pop. Or it's like too kind of like annoying or stressful to kind of like get. So what kind of like achievement was that? Like, what did you have to do to fulfill it? Cheers, Trishella. Yeah, it's a challenge I've done before, but not to this extent, you know, like not allowing myself to use fast travel. And only being able to look at the map very, very few and far between. That's been definitely kind of like a step up from a challenge I've done like quite a few years ago. You won twice? I mean, that's something. You gotta celebrate your victories, right? As few as they might be. Got wrecked 250 plus times. It's bad. That's
Requiescat in pace.
Right there. Requires skill and luck. It's in quick play you need to gain the target, Wellspring, and absorb 250 energy. 4% achievement, I gotcha. Yeah, that's the most annoying stuff when you have kind of like things that's kind of like tied to RNG and luck, you know. That kind of reminds me of Red Dead Redemption 2 because you have the kind of like gambler challenges there, and they can be like so dependent on like what kind of cards you draw or like luck in general that I essentially just gave up on it, you know. I do want to go for them eventually in like a future playthrough, but yeah, in my latest one I just couldn't bother with luck necessary at some point. Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower under construction around 1902. Funnily enough, you can actually see this tower in Red Dead Redemption 2. Because they're kind of like a Nikola Tesla-like character in that game. That you get to meet, and you even get to climb the tower, I think, as well. There's kind of like a whole side quest storyline with a character that's meant to be like a reference to Tesla. No worries whatsoever, Jax, sorry. I hope you enjoy the soccer. I'm also gonna be watching some of it later, though it's gonna be Bundesliga, not Premier League, which I assume you're watching. And yeah, enjoy the lurk. Thanks again so much for the raid and for bringing your people over. And yeah, enjoy. It was a very curious set of quests with that character. It really was. I kind of enjoyed it, like for the reference to Tesla. But yeah, I've done some crazy stuff there.
He found it in Croatia. He found it in Croatia. They would find it in his lab.
So the reason that Tesla basically came up with his technology was because he had access to the Apple of Eden, which gave him the knowledge necessary to kind of like get to that stage and be much more advanced than his kind of like colleagues, I guess, in his discoveries. But it also meant that the Templars tried to stand against Tesla and take the apple from him.
What the devil are you doing up here? You shouldn't be up here.
I shouldn't.
But you
I got a lot of bugs in this game sometimes.
Are you gifted in other areas?
Leave me alone, please.
So there actually is also a tomb nearby, apparently. We just have to find where. And I think there's also another glyph up here, isn't there? Indeed. Yeah, so much stuff to do in this area here. But why not? Kind of funny because whenever you want to walk around the tower here or climb around, I guess, Ezio gets like stuck at an invisible wall, and then you gotta like go back again and then try again before it works. There's been many people that just thought it was like straight up bugged and they couldn't climb the tower anymore and then just abandoned it completely. But they're just like a bug you kind of have to deal with. Titans of Industry. Edison archive. Alright, we're looking for another kind of like combo of numbers here. And not sure where we have it. Alright, to the bottom left there. Didn't see that for a sec. So at the picture to the left you can see 4 equals 1 down there, which means you have to align it on the wheel here, like this. And you have to kind of like match the numbers accordingly, like the 9 on the grayscale becomes a 2 on the red one. Then 1 becomes 4 of course, and 7 becomes 0. Thomas Edison writes, Dear Mr. Morgan, serious matter has come to my attention. Nikola Tesla plans to use piece of number 4 to create an information network across the entire world. And if that weren't bad enough, he intends to allow it access to it for free. Imagine the masses spreading knowledge amongst themselves instantaneously. That would make everything we intend to do much more difficult. We must cut off funds for his experiments at once. In case you get cold feet, I have you know he wants to make electricity free as well, thereby putting us out of business. I've already begun slandering Tesla in the press. Just relocate his fundings and I will take care of piece of number 4 myself. Sincerely yours, Thomas Edison. Yeah, certified arsehole there, Thomas Edison, both in the AC universe and in the history. Because that's really what he did, right? He just really tried to slander Tesla's name, and he also took, like he had lots of cases where he basically took like a patent to get access to an invention that wasn't his. And he's done it with like countless of scientists to take their ideas for himself. And he got rich of it. So he fit perfectly to be a Templar, to be honest. Also, hey the Brutus, welcome in. Happy weekend to you as well. I hope it's a good one. You could have had free internet, right? Free internet and free electricity. God damn you, Templars. If I played the Dishonored games, I played Dishonored 1 like years ago. I haven't played Dishonored 2 yet. But I do own it, and it's been on my list for quite a while. So I want to play it eventually. What a bright idea he thought of. Very bright. Yeah. So the dollar sign is getting rid of all the ideas and all the electricity that Tesla tried to spread. Yeah, Edison even created the electric freaking share to prove the danger of electricity. He even shocked the freaking elephant, like basically done cruel animal experiments to showcase that electricity is so dangerous and we shouldn't use it the way that Tesla wants to. Yeah, there you go.
He wanted everyone to know the secret, to set us all free. They used it to drive him insane.
Fucking Edison. It's really good. The second? I mean, I enjoyed the first one, like especially the gameplay. And kind of like, you know, how many different ways you had to go about doing the missions. Even going all the way to like going for like completely non-lethal ways. So this time we have a 2 on the vehicle to the left there, and we have the article about the International Jew of the World's problem. Something that, yeah, Henry Ford was basically convinced of. Henry Ford being a very open anti-Semite, and he even tried to plan a partnership with Hitler himself, right? Like he wanted to basically push his automobiles to Germany, and having like a united way of a word or view of a word, especially in regards to the Jews, meant he was like more inclined to work together with Hitler. So Henry Ford, another great dude of history. Yeah, like that. In the movie The Prestige, David Bowie played Tesla. Really? I didn't realize it was David Bowie, and I watched that movie like so many times already. And again, it's also been a while since I watched it, but yeah, I didn't realize. I really liked The Prestige, I thought it was a really cool movie, the way they recreated the time, but also the kind of like plot twist, of course, they have in it. There's so many ways to do every mission, yeah, which also would strengthen the replayability quite a lot as well, I imagine. Really great. He was so good in it. He was a pretty good actor too. Yeah. I've seen a few movies with him in, but I didn't realize he was in Prestige. Henry Ford. Dear Mr. Edison, I wanted to thank you for letting me make use of Piece of Eden number 4 all these years. So that's kind of like after Edison took it from Tesla. Among several things, I was able to convince the workers I was raising their pay to $5 a day when in fact I gave them a pay cut. But I had to let Piece of Eden number 4 go. As per instructions, I've shipped it to Europe. Hitler has it, so I assume the war will begin as soon as he can take over. We let him have his fun, Lord knows what that kind of purge will be good for Europe, and then end it with a bang, as planned. Out of the chaos of war, a new order will emerge. I've enclosed a picture from Florida of you, me and Firestone. We should attempt to spend more time on the golf course this summer. Yours, Henry Ford. And now someone tried to make an argument for the Templars here. Like, this basically confirms that, the Templars have been actively working to make the Second World War possible in the first place. Essentially giving power to Hitler to, I guess, canonically, Hitler might even have tried to sabotage some of the Germans, mind control them, to go along with the idea of trying to rot out the Jews, or maybe made some of the popularity blind to it or something. But he used it to make his purge possible, gain an advantage in the war against the neighboring countries and of course the Jews. And the Templars are responsible for that kind of shit, So, yeah. I feel like at this point it would be difficult to make an argument for the Templars in any kind of form. Yeah, that too. The amount of times that children have died as a result of Templars' influence. Just don't really care, As long as they reach their goals.
an appointment to treat your feet right. Come to Fachos. Watch out!
Treat your feet right. Very important announcements of Renaissance time. I gotta say, I have like no idea where the next mission is taking place at this point. I thought it was in this area, but I haven't really seen any spot yet. Maybe I just have to be a bit more like just look a bit more around.
No need to be shy. Come forward. Against the Serene Republic, and will be executed publicly in the Piazza San Marco at first light 2 days hence.
Was bro offering a feet massage? Anything for a quick buck, that dude. We'll change our design here. I haven't used Venetian wine yet.
A wise purchase. Good day, signore. All who need aid are welcome here.
Come and get your red one, hard, fresh off the
You belong down, baby.
I think there's a tomb nearby here actually. And of course with Pfeffer we can collect as well. Yeah, I die from 2 very nice. Let's feel one guard doing that wall. Doing a little dance or something.
You think you can outrun us?
Ah yeah, there's a tomb. I mean, why not? I'm kind of looking for the main story, but I might as well do this as well. Because I do want to do all the tombs and unlock Altair's armor eventually. San Marco's secret. So far it is of Basilica San Marco to find the assassin seal hidden within. Tomb time, indeed. Yeah, those missions just never get old to me. They really are. Like, you know, solving this puzzle here. And kind of getting through a part that might be a bit intense due to like having a counter and stuff, you know. You should try to recreate kind of like the Christian cross, the way it's kind of like done, you know, from like top to bottom, left to right. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Of course, that's kind of like the way I think it was probably intended to. It's at least my headcanon. There's also another puzzle in AC Unity, in the Dead Kings one, where you actually have to also recreate that. But you have to recreate it to kind of like be able to advance, actually. So that's a necessity. Here it's more like a choice. Let's go. Assassin Insignia. And that is Aya's tomb. Also called Amunet, of course. Oh, it's not her real tomb, like it's not like her body is like preserved here. It's more like a tomb serving as a memorial. Because her actual body is actually mummified in Egypt still, together with bikes. Even though there is apparently a body laying inside. That's widely considered to be more of a retcon in Origins, you know, that Aya's body wasn't there. Honestly, when I first played Origins, that's something that left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth at first. Because, yeah, you know, from what we knew, you know, she was like laying here in the sarcophagus. But apparently not so.
Dite sul serio.
Alright, we are back. More of AC2 and our new HUD challenge at the very start of sequence 8. We're still trying to find the starting location for our first mission actually, and we still have no idea where it is. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep on searching in the new district we unlocked, because given that it has unlocked, I think it's very likely to be there. And I still think it's a trailing mission for the Templars, but where it starts, I have no idea. So gonna keep on searching. Thank you, Brutus. Welcome back to you as well. And thank you, Rod. Welcome back to you as well, dude. Thank you guys for staying tuned. And yeah, let's go back into the game. So I'm pretty sure that this tailing mission we're looking for leads us to this place as well at some point. So I assume it must be somewhere close by.
Nothing for you here. Move along.
The acts of this disgusting criminal cannot be tolerated in a civilized, enlightened society such as ours. Not in the face. I need my face. Weapons of the by decree of the Council of Ten, all cittadini wishing to enlarge
Oh. Nice, you found it. Oh yeah.
Where is Emilio?
I told him to be here.
You told him yourself, in person?
Yes, myself, in person. I'm concerned that you don't trust me.
As am I. Perhaps you'll arrive with the others. Walk with me.
Birds of a feather. Tell the Templars to eavesdrop on their meeting.
So, how go things in the palace?
Honestly, it's difficult. Mocenigo keeps his circle close. I've tried to lay the groundwork, making suggestions, but he has other voices at his ears.
Then you must work hard. You must become part of his inner circle.
See, I understand. But it's harder than I expected.
And why is that, Carlo?
I don't know. He just... the Doge doesn't like me.
I wonder why.
It's not my fault. I keep trying to please him. I learn what he craves and I have it delivered. The finest jams from the orchards of Sardinia, the newest fashions from Milano.
Yes, that's called being a sycophant.
A what? What did you call me?
A doormat, a flatterer, a bootlicker. Need I go on?
Bastardo. You don't know what it's like. You don't understand the pressure in there.
Oh, I don't understand pressure.
No, you have no idea. You are a government official. I'm 2 steps from the Doge himself. I am beside him day and night. You wish you could be where I am.
I'm done.
Hardly. You listen to me now. I am close. The Doge can be recruited to our cause. I'm sure of it. I need a little more time.
Time is not a thing we have in great supply.
All visitors to the most serene republic is considered a civic duty.
Eva Arthur, welcome in.
Spend an hour you'll never forget. Well, so little point, so much less.
My feet are killing me. Can't we sit down inside somewhere?
Do you know anywhere truly safe to discuss things such as these?
Buongiorno, cousin. Signor Carlo?
We thought Emilio would be with you. Emilio is dead.
What? How?
The assassin. The same one who hunted down the Pazzi. He's here in Venezia.
E così? Silvio, did you not know? He could be anywhere. He could be here right now and we might not even know. He struck Emilio inside his own palazzo.
And so? What of our plans?
There is no longer time for subtlety, my brothers. We must act now.
But Marco, I'm so close. A few more days, if I can just...
No. It happens this week. We should keep moving.
And what does the Spaniard have to say of this?
Face that he makes for.
You can ask him yourself soon enough.
He's here? From Roma?
So I've heard.
Good. Then perhaps he's made a decision.
About what, cousin?
About which of us shall step into the role of the dog?
I didn't know there was a decision to be made. Surely the choice is obvious to all.
Obvious indeed. It should be the one who organized the entire operation. The one who came up with the idea of how to save the city.
There is no lack of value in tactical intelligence, good Silvio. But it is wisdom one needs to rule. Do not think otherwise.
Calma, calma, amici. Please. There's no need for that. You know it's not up to either. For all we know, we may not even choose a barbarian. And why not me? I'm the one who's done all the hard work.
Basta! We wait for his arrival.
Are you sure he's coming?
Yes. Signori, we should move a little faster. I feel eyes on us. Thank you, Dante. We will move at your pace.
This guard's a good find, cousin. How much did you pay for him?
Perhaps not as much as he deserves. He saved my life on 2 occasions, though he's not much of a conversationalist.
Gee, I wonder why.
Enough with your inane prattle. The choice of Doge was never up to any of you, and you were never given permission to make plans.
Forgive us, Maestro. We wish only to serve.
The plan is this. Doge Mocenigo will die tonight. And once the deed's been done, Marco shall take his place.
Vi ringrazio umilmente, Maestro.
Good. Messer Grimaldi, you are closest to Mocenigo. You work the most vital. Serve us well, and it won't be forgotten. Walk with me. I don't want any blood spilled, you understand? It must appear to all that he goes quietly.
Certo, Maestro.
When are you closest to him?
I have full run of the palace. He may not care to hear what I have to say, but he trusts me by now as one of his own.
Bravo. Then I want you to infiltrate the kitchen and poison his meal.
So be it.
Marco, can you furnish us with a suitable toxin on short notice?
I defer to my cousin. That is really his area of expertise.
Ah, Silvio.
I am at your service, Maestro.
What can you bring to get this done?
I will confer with my associates in the streets, but chances are good that I can procure some cantarella.
Yes, and what is that?
It is a most effective form of arsenic, and difficult to trace.
We feel sweet wine and flesh.
Then it's decided.
You deserve
After you.
Oh, give me head. Best ladies in all the città.
Oh dear. My lace.
We've got the finest dancers in the district.
Such a long line.
Care to discover the other pleasures of our city, traveler?
My lace.
We feel sweet wine and flesh that's sweeter.
Quite fatailing mission, but almost done. It's really interesting getting like insight into how they operate, you know, like how they plan their own assassinations in a way. Because the Templars, of course, are also very much assassins, you know, for different cause.
Forgive me, Maestro, but is this not perhaps a tad dangerous for you? Involving yourself so intimately with the minutiae of our plans.
I feel the need to involve myself more directly. The Pazzi disappointed us in Firenze. I pray you will not do the same.
Do not worry this time. The Pazzi were a bunch of foolish...
The Pazzis were a potent and venerable family, reduced to rubble by one young assassin. Do not underestimate this troublesome foe, who now haunts your city. Or the same fate will befall the Barbarico. I want this done promptly. Bene, I must return to Roma. Time is of the essence. Do not fail us.
Che idiota sono. I should have kept my eyes on them. I need to go and see Antonio if I have any hope of salvaging this mess I've made.
So I might be wondering, like, what kind of mess is Ezio talking about, you know? But ultimately, you know, we know that the reason the Mocenico, you know, kind of like the ruler of Venice has to die so quickly and so fast is because they know that we're here. And that kind of like gives them reason to kind of like rush with their decision to kill him. Meaning we almost have no time to prevent this from happening anymore. Very near them laughing, none of them will be laughing eventually. Yeah. It's really funny seeing that arrogance, you know, that they're kind of like embodying. Being so sure of having or being kind of like superior to another Templar family that just got like ripped from the world pretty much in a matter of years. Okay, we are looking for this building over there. At least I think that's where we're meeting Antonio next. Also, hey there, Afro. Hey there, Switchblade. Welcome in, guys.
Hey, have you not heard the rules? Here to meet Maestro Friuli, the great artist. What the devil are you doing up here? Get down now! You hurt me! Get down! Ora! You should not be up here, Stolto! There! No, you don't.
That's where we have the next mission. Nice.
Salute, bello mio. Come stai? You back to see me already?
Desolato, mia cara, but I am not here to play. I must speak with Antonio. It's urgent.
Antonio! Ezio's here!
Ezio, is everything all right?
Carlo Grimaldi and the Barbarigo are in league with the one they call the Spaniard. They're going to murder the Doge and replace him with one of their own. They will have all of Venezia, their entire fleet, in their grasp.
And they call me a criminal.
Then you'll help me.
You have me on your side, brother. And the support of all my men.
And women.
Grazie, amici.
But, Ezio, I must warn you. It's not going to be so easy this time. Palazzo Ducale is the most heavily guarded building in Venezia.
Nothing is impenetrable.
This is why we like you, Ezio.
Come, let's go take a look. We'll come up with a plan.
If at first you don't succeed, discover a way to infiltrate the Palazzo Ducale.
This business with the Doge. Terrible. Though, treachery like this no longer surprises me. When I was a child, we were taught that the nobles were just and kind. I believed it, though my father was only a cobbler, and my mother a scullery maid. I aspired to be much more. I studied hard. I persevered. But the nobles would never have me. If you are not born one of them, acceptance is impossible. So I ask you, Ezio, who are the true nobles of Venezia? Men like Carlo Grimaldi and Marco Barbarigo. No! I say we are thieves and mercenary and whores. While we work to save this city and its people, the nobles seek to make it their plaything.
Hey, thank you for the subscription via Switchblade, I appreciate it. With Prime, thank you for choosing me for your monthly sub there. And when nothing is permitted, everything is true. That would be an interesting way looking at the world, wouldn't it?
My recent good fortune finding new suppliers has paid off, and I pass the savings on to you.
Of course, the same actor went on to play Hortifrice in Origins. That's very true, yeah. I kind of forgot about it, but I think it's really nice that they bring back so many actors that worked on the early games sometimes. It's nice to hear some familiar voices sometimes, you know? Okay, so I feel like going on rooftops might be better just to kind of see where we're supposed to go, because you gotta go back to Palazzo Ducale, of course. Which is easier to find by... Okay, there it is. We were pretty close. Never mind then. Hope Antonio is following us here. But yeah, that's where I gotta go. Could probably make this jump. Down here, Antonio. I wonder what way he actually chooses to get here.
We need to scout the palazzo carefully. See it from every angle. We just might find a way in. I know of a tall campanile behind the palazzo. Or we might find a way to climb the back of the basilica. Do you have any ideas?
I assume the front door is out.
Va bene. We'll try the front door as well, Saputello.
You can definitely hear it's the same actor. I would say it definitely speaks faster. And of course with a slight Italian accent in this game. I feel like Hortifrice is a bit more of a calmer character overall.
So, what do you think?
We're not getting in this way. They'll have time to murder the Doge before we're able to get through all these guards.
Watch him fall into water. Ben, mission desynchronized. The ally died. Like I could see Antonio still climbing up there while synchronizing.
Look at that. Archers everywhere.
And the walls are impossible to climb on this side.
That's what I think every time as well, Rod, you know, like, especially since he doesn't do the leap of faith. Then, of course, after the initiation for Ezio, they all do the leap of faith, Antonio included. It's kind of funny thinking that he did it on purpose, as to not reveal the tease with the assassins just yet.
He will break his neck. Be controlled and subject to certain standards. The guild has the complete list for consultation.
Come, friends. I've fresh caught leeches today.
Fresh caught leeches, amazing. A wonder medicine against pretty much any illness.
Bene, we're in luck. Looks like there's a perfect path up the scaffolding to the roof of the Basilica. Shall we? Ezio, look! Isn't that him? Grimaldi!
Don't you understand what I'm offering you, Signore? Listen to me, please. Or this will be your last chance.
How dare you!
I'm sorry. Mi dispiace. I meant nothing by it. I'm only looking out for your safety.
We're running out of time. There's no way through this fence, and there are guards everywhere. Diavolo!
This way.
It's impossible. There's no way in or out for men. Only birds.
Yes. Birds.
Where are you going now?
To see my friend Leonardo.
Hell yeah. Can't wait to do that mission again.
Carlo Grimaldi. Emerging from his palace in Monaco with a craving for political power, Carlo quickly became a key guest at the tables of Venetian nobility, while his reputation for discretion earned him entrance into the back rooms. Here's how the old bastard ended up in the Council of Ten. While visiting the head of the council, Ignacio Contarini, Carlo ran into Ignacio's daughter. Desperate for help and aware of Carlo's trustworthy reputation, she confided in him. Her father had arranged her marriage, but she wanted to run away with the son of one of the servants. They'd been in love since they were children, and they planned to start a new life in Milan, where they could be free of her father. Carlo suggested immediate action, an escape by ship that night. The two lovers followed his instructions, and as they climbed the gangplank, they were free. That is, until Ignazio appeared on deck. Carlo was rewarded for his loyalty to the Contarini family, while true love, well, see for yourself.
Yeah, what an asshole. But he's gonna bite the bullet soon. Venice is definitely the story of kind of like depressing romances. Like that couple dying, but then also like Dante being attacked and stabbed in the head, which meant that he had like severe brain damage and got kind of like set back to being like, I don't know, like 6 years old in terms of like consciousness. And his wife being kind of like almost forced to leave him. It's very sad storylines surrounding like couples. And yeah, I'm doing good, Arthur, definitely. Having a nice day so far. I'm doing some solid progress overall with this game today. Oh, it hasn't been very easy to find every starting location, but yeah, could have been worse. But yeah, so now we gotta find Leonardo, so we know exactly where to go, which is good.
Perhaps it's time you made an appointment to treat your feet right. Santo Faccio, he's got just the boots for you.
Treat your feet right. Right. But yeah, how about you, Arthur? How are you doing today?
I'm sure I have just what you need. Somewhere in the back. Another lunatic.
You make it look easy, Fred.
You belong down below with the rat.
The merchant Medardo of San Polo has been found guilty of treason against the Serene Republic and will be executed publicly. Don't let me aside. I am at your The price of perfection is not measured in coin.
Keep away, Phil! Assassino! Help!
Nice, we got a new Assassino. Definitely gotta clip that.
Such unbelievable prices I have for you, stimati clienti.
I wonder how it sounds, because why I said Assassino, it kinda like he kinda jumped past us, which meant it probably sounds a bit weird in recording, but who knows. Maybe I can make use of it.
Down or I shoot! Why are you here? Get down!
Down or die!
I will kill any I find up here. Leave!
Good citizen. In its wisdom, the Minor Council has approved the reopening of trade links.
Okay, I think we can trace Leonardo's shop from here, right? Because kind of like went from Rialto Bridge over here and past there to the merchant stance there and this way. And somewhere here Leonardo wanted to have the Ja, wer das?
Didn't you see the
Puppet.
box of fruit?
So is fair actually, that's kinda cool.
Was I supposed to avoid you?
And to the right, over the bridge, we overlooked this building, then had a dialogue about what happened to a merchant. And Leonardo should be right around.
Here is the appointed one.
Wait.
And you're off the street.
Where do we go from here? Is it over here? Ah yeah, there it is. Okay. Almost had the route right. That sounds like a nice day, Arthur. Definitely. Hope you enjoyed it. Moving like the wind. Hey, Lance. Another great voice actor to make a reappearance in later games. I'm looking forward to play AC3 as well with no HUD again. Gonna be interesting how many of the homestead missions I'm actually gonna be able to do, given how many spawn and everywhere across the game world.
I need your help, Leonardo. Does it work?
What? What are you asking?
Does it work, Leonardo? Can it really fly?
I don't know. It's only a prototype, an idea. It's not ready yet.
Have you tried it?
No, it's too dangerous. To test it, you'd have to leap off a tower. Who would be mad enough to do a thing like that?
Leonardo, I think you just found your madman.
The look on Ezio's face. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Test Leonardo's flying machine.
So, how does she work?
Have you ever watched a bird in flight? It's not about being lighter than air. It's about grace and balance. You must use your body's own weight to control your elevation and direction. Good luck, Ezio.
Kind of thought about the version there. Proper crash. But we are meant to crash, so I didn't fail the mission.
It worked! It really worked! You flew, Ezio! You flew!
See, but not very far.
Well, what were you expecting? The machine wasn't designed for distance. All right, look, let me go over my plans here. Maybe I can find some way to extend the duration of the flight.
Ezio, my men tell me Carlo has the poison. We must hurry.
Antonio, this is Leonardo, the master inventor who built this pezzo di merda.
Hey, it's not the machine's fault. It's mine. I've checked and rechecked my blueprints. It's just impossible. I don't know how to extend the flight. Ah, che idea del cazzo! Eureka! Of course! Genio!
What is he doing now?
It rises. It needs fire. Heated air under its wings will lift the machine.
Leonardo, what good is one fire going to do?
Not one fire, Ezio. A dozen, built all across the city. Enough to carry you from here all the way to the Palazzo Ducale.
How? Ah, capisco. My men could do that, but you are forgetting about the guards.
Don't worry, I will take care of them.
I'll give the order to have my men move in behind you, and hold the locations. They'll light them all up the second the sun goes down over San Marco.
Hey, another mission we have to find, like very specific locations and very specific guards to take down. All across Venice. Had a few of those already, and it's not gonna be the last. Great sound music, that it really is. Yeah, I love how that ambient music transitioned into you know, the like actual cutscene itself. With that menu How to Fly, he is truly mad. I suppose today you play the Madman again by AC2 Firenze 1500, right? I love when Bayek says that. Or kind of gets his reputation as a crazy C1. If a spicy chicken sandwich, welcome in. Of a way he says, Eureka, yeah. It's just funny observing like Leonardo and how the other guys are completely clueless about what's happening and what kind of ideas he's having. That's kind of like funny seeing like the process of Leonardo figuring something out. Wasn't expecting a weekend stream, missed 3 hours. No worries, Harbinger, welcome in. Didn't miss too much. I mean, we finished sequence 7 and killed our first target there with Silvio Barbarigo. And now we have just started with sequence 8 and are trying to figure out a way into the Palazzo Ducale so we can kill Carlo Grimaldi and stop him from killing the Doge. Well begun is half done. Take care of the guards so Antonio and his men can light the fires needed to provide lift for the flying machine. Okay, I think I'm gonna have a look at the rooftops here.
After you.
Yeah, we're essentially looking for golden targets here, but we will find them eventually. Until then, I'm just gonna kill every guard I come across, I guess. But I guess I would just go maybe towards Palazzo Ducale. Because I reckon it would be more towards that direction. Since that's kind of like where we want to end up flying towards.
Get down, Stronzo! There! On him! Go back down! Oblaju! Get him! There!
I like how one throwing knife would have been enough actually, because it just knocked him down into water.
Peasant is here! Now! citizens of the most serene republic. Following the merchant Medardo of San Polo has been found guilty of treason against the serene republic.
Okay, that's the Palazzo Ducale. Gonna have a look around the first. There's some guys. Nice. Finally, at least some. Oh boy. What are you doing?
An extra hour at the bordello to whoever brings him down! Out of the way! There he is!
Eiko, you made it. Only to then run away. Oh dear. The AI is flawless sometimes in the AC games, isn't it?
Where do you think you're going?
Okay, nice. One checkpoint down. One batch of our targets done. Wow, there's still gonna be more. I guess like 3 areas total, I would imagine. Good thing is Ecovision reaches quite far, so I figure out who my target's gonna be quite fast.
Aha! Stop! This is ridiculous! Vincenzo was supposed to take my shift an hour ago! My wife was going to murder me if I missed dinner again!
E che ti frega? Just go. It's not like we're guarding the doge.
What the hell are we guarding anyway?
A shipment from China. Some kind of colored powder they brought over for a big party. Really expensive. You ask me. The way these nobles spend their money.
So was kind of random to find these guys, but we did. Okay, I reckon one more area. I think there were some guards on like a bridge. Like a connecting bridge that I had to kill. If my memory serves me right, but... What, yeah, exactly.
Do you have any idea what you do to a girl?
So we actually have another hour past, almost 3 actually, but I'm still gonna wait until we reach about like 3.5 hours of streaming time before I add 3 total, since I also of course done a break. But we can at least add one more look to the map, which I might have to make use of soon. Not really sure where the next guards are gonna be.
Then he killed them too! All who need aid are welcome here.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna position myself in front of this bridge. I'm gonna make use of the count I just added there by having a look where exactly we have to kill more guys. Okay, that's all I need to know exactly. So we still have 2 targets in front of the Palazzo Ducale over there, which is where we wanna go. So we gotta go back there. And 1 target right in front of the how was it called? Prera or something? Like it's this church over here. Frari, I think it was. So we could basically go to the left to the fast travel station, then go straight towards the Frari, and we should come across the targets, then go back to the Palazzo Ducale and have a look in front. So there's a fast travel. We can go straight into this direction here. I'm gonna go on rooftop just to be able to see the Frari better. Better? Not besser, it's German.
Let it not be said that noble Venice stood by and laughed at her proudest citizens in their hour of need. We must find and kill this menace.
Yeah, so that's a Frari over there.
Get down, stronzo! Down or die! Laggiù, merda!
There we are.
Laggiù, get him! There! Fatti avanti!
Oh shit. I have no medicine. Fuck. Gotta be careful now. Maybe I can loot some of these guys. Yeah, nice, we got one. That's good, because I don't want to just like die to 4 damage and I have to redo everything again. I should take care of this checkpoint here. Now we just gotta go back to the Palazzo Ducale, and then we are done with all of our targets. It's crazy how much just like a single look at the map can help like so much, you know, otherwise you're just completely clueless.
What are you doing here?
table.
Perfecto, perfecto.
Where? You are not allowed up here!
Okay, we should be incognito again. Okay, so somewhere around the Palazzo Ducale, well, the last remaining targets here. This one.
He's here!
Okay, there's the water side. So definitely miss guys are looking for here. I'd also check the ground just in case they're not on rooftops. But at least we know they're like guaranteed. They might be down here, weren't they? Yeah, there we are. I like how he didn't see that. Amazing. Where's the other guy? There he is. Nice. Really glad we got that mission done, because that is one annoying one about the HUD. Trying to find like all the locations. But I assume we now have to go back to Leonardo's again? Or do we have to go to the tower where we begin? I think I might have to go to the tower actually. But I think that one is close to Leonardo's either way. If it is the tower, it shouldn't be too tricky to find. So the archers are so annoying in Venice. Even more so in no HUD, because you just want to stick to rooftops to be able to find the buildings you're looking for.
Go back down, or I shoot.
But they're literally everywhere.
You belong just below with the rat. Get down, or I'll throw his here.
was that jump for? Amazing animation. Jump like backwards, diving, and then change direction midair.
Stay back!
Show some respect. Guard have little patience.
You heckle of them! Get down from there! Ora! You
I
shoot!
think it might be the tower. Is it? Ah ja, there's a mission starter. Oh yeah.
It's time.
You did it. It's beautiful.
See. Now let's hope your idea works. Because we're nearly out of time.
Listen close, Ezio. You're going to want to fly from fire to fire. The heat of each one you pass over should lift you back up in the air again.
Bene. Careful, though. There's archers out on the roofs tonight. Avoid those arrows, or it will be a short trip.
I wish there was some way I could use my sword while flying these things.
Well, you do have your feet free. If you get close enough without taking an arrow in the head, maybe you could kick them off the building.
Nice.
It's now or never, amico mio.
Nice. Gonna be interesting actually navigating myself through Venice to the Palazzo Ducale. I mean, at least you know the building and how it looks like, but still going from like the idea of fire to idea of fire is gonna be tricky. It's just nice that, yeah. It was in general quite the clippable moment. Thought maybe about like clipping the other banners we hear in this game as well. Just so I kind of like have it as a potential sample variation at some point. But yeah, the nice one was cool too. Infrequent FLIER. Pilot Leonardo's flying machine to the Palazzo Ducale. Once inside, assassinate Carlo Grimaldi. Bene, bene, bene. Gotta make sure to have no cooldown on that one.
Ma cos'è? Shoot! Shoot the flying demon!
Yeah, I really gotta get used to this. These controls here. Kinda used to them being inverted, but they aren't here. Where's the next fire? And with that, I'm thinking about honestly maybe changing the controls to inverted. Because I feel like I'm more used to that. Desynchronization big time there. Controls. Flying machine. Or more inverted. Let's go for inverted. Let's see how it feels like.
Shoot! Shoot the flying demon!
I have it so many times my first time playing. Yeah, that's more what I'm used to be honest. Let's stick with that. Oh shoot, actually crash there. These things are so hard, it came through from a different game universe. Right. Flashbacks to Brotherhood's flying machine mission where he couldn't be hit by any of the archers. Full synchronization.
What was that? Don't worry. Probably just kids with firecrackers. Come, it's your move.
Right. A grown brute screaming. It's like, yeah, just kids with fireworks.
You have no business up here before. You should not be up here.
Shouldn't?
Signore, don't drink that!
You are too late. The Doge is dead.
What, Carlo?
Apologies, Signore. But you should have listened to me when you had the chance. Seems you have failed, assassin.
Forgive me, Signore. I tried.
Why? What was it all for?
Assassino! Assassino! He's killed the Doge!
I killed you, motherfucker.
I see it.
It takes one assassin to kill another, it seems.
We kill thinking it's best for us. Do we not, Messer Ezio?
I do this not for myself. Compio questo sacrificio per il bene superiore. Requiescat in pace.
You killed me? You killed me?
Yeah. And they of course now think that we killed the guy, not Carlo Grimaldi.
Berta! I don't see.
It's Batman. cover now to find a way out of here.
Hey, what was that all about?
That will not
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm only visiting.
I see you.
(1486), so now 10 years actually after the events of the start of the game, when Giovanni, Federico and Petruccio died. Really love this kind of feeling for time passing in this game, you know, being spread out across so many different years.
Ezio! Dio mio! You're alive! Is it true? They say you killed the Doge.
I was trying to save him, Leonardo. But the truth matters little. I failed. And now I'm the most wanted man in Venezia.
Well, perhaps you are in luck. It's Carnevale in Venezia. This is the time when everybody goes without a face.
That's why I'm here. Do you have a mask I can wear?
Of course, of course. Somewhere in here.
Grazie, amico mio. And I have something for you.
Oh, more of the Codex. Aha. This one's quite complex. It's a new design, my friend. A mechanism for your wrist, but not a blade. In fact, it seems to be a kind of arma da fuoco, but as small as a hummingbird.
Is that possible?
I have no idea. Let's build it and find out.
Man, I just love Leonardo, you know. It's like, I have no idea. I'm not sure how dangerous this might be, or if it's gonna literally backfire, but let's build it. Because I want to explore the unknown. But something I admire about Leonardo, you know, kind of like the desire for the unknown, you know, like trying to figure out things that others haven't really thought about. But in a way, of course, somebody has thought about it first, and that was Altair, because he left those schematics for us behind. For Leonardo to build and understand. And honestly, that's a connection I really love between AC1 and AC2, is not only the Codex serving as a connection between Altair and Ezio, but also between Altair and Leonardo. Because Leonardo surely has taken some inspiration from the things he's uncovered, you know, within the Codex. Rod really makes it feel like a lifetime we spent with Ezio. It really does. You know, like technically Brotherhood and Revelations were not even necessary to make his story feel kind of complete in a way, you know, but there was still so much that in store for us, which I love. Because the Ezio trilogy is truly a special, kind of like a series of games. But yeah, we spent so much time already with AC2, or in AC2 with him. Knowledge is power. Practice with the Hidden Blade's pistol modification. One thing I love about the hidden gun in this game is the fact it happens during the Carnival in Venezia. You have like firecrackers everywhere, right? So nobody really bats an ear, one eye, if you're producing like a gun sound, especially since nobody expects you know, guns to be this small and concealed. Prophet's a really good point about the connection between Italy and Leonardo, learning from his codex pages. And when you have Leonardo and Brotherhood getting to work with the Apo, unfortunately forced to do so for the Templars. Very true, yeah. Would have been cool to see more of like what we might have seen in the Apo, right? The real name of that gun is the Spanish Inquisition, because nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Like the dude from the CGI trailer. Definitely didn't see that coming either. That even though he works for the Spaniard. Shame on him.
You've done me good, brother.
Ma certo. But I'm sure your return was not just to play with new toys. Is it about this terrible new doge they've installed? Marco Barbarigo? Then you'll want to speak with your friend Antonio. I've seen him quite a bit lately at... mutual friends. I'd look for him there, in the Dorso Duro district, to the south. Ask for Sister Theodora.
Sister?
Well, in a way. Yes, sister. And Ezio, you can't be carrying weapons out there today.
Grazie, Leonardo. Now, about that mask.
The beginning of a wonderful friendship.
Marco Barbarigo. Although his brother Agostino was destined for greatness, Marco left his mark on Venetian history as well. A tyrant since he was barely old enough to walk, whatever Marco wanted, he got. There are records here for jewels, entire fleets of ships, all paid for by his family and all ordered directly from him. And then there's his personal life. Apparently, Marco's wife, Carlotta, used to be married to his bodyguard, Dante Moro. Dante was captain of the city guard and heir to one of the most prestigious families in Venezia. Marco was supposedly his close friend, right? But get this. Marco decides he wants Carlotta. In the Catholic religion, marriage is till death do us part, and Marco's a good Catholic. So, he hires a hit on Dante. Dante gets stabbed 3 times in the body and once in the head. But he doesn't die. He recovers with severe brain damage. Dante becomes like a child. So, what does Marco do? Well, he hires Dante as his personal bodyguard, and he gets him to sign a confession annulling the marriage. Marco takes Carlotta and keeps Dante as his personal slave. What a lovely fella.
Yeah, I swear, Marco Barbarigo must be one of the biggest pieces of shit in the entire game. You know, the whole thing he put on Dante, and honestly I just feel pity with Dante, you know, what he went through. Being attacked like that, suffering severe brain damage, then kind of like getting the consciousness of a child essentially, because yeah, you know, brain damage can do that to you. And then being even like made the slave of a dude who's like stealing your wife. Also, hey there, Grace, welcome in. No, you? How's it going? How are you enjoying the weekend? Nice face, Ezio. With a mask. I like how in the sequence you also unlock the Venetian cape, which looks really nice, especially with a Venetian wine, the dye we're currently having. Yeah, so we're looking for Sister Theodora in the district where the carnival is taking place. It's gonna be quite easy to find that place because obviously it's fireworks, there's kind of like lots of street performers and stuff, so it definitely stands out in Venice.
Down! You'd better get out of my sight! Eccolo! You shouldn't be out here!
After him!
I gotcha, Grace. That's definitely fair. Yeah, sounds good. Hope the class went well. Ah, that's cool, Grace. Very nice. I don't blame you for, you know, having planned another trip already. Because you definitely seem to have enjoyed yourself staying in Germany. I gotcha, so in more than a year then. But that's cool. I should still be in the area at least 1 week before Christmas. I would be gone over Christmas, but yeah, like up until a few days before I'm still in the area.
Get down, or I'll throw you down. Peasants are not allowed up here. He's in! Ah!
It's actually a glyph on this building. I'm not sure if I can reach it. I don't think so.
He's here, bastard! Run! He's here!
Ah, locked off for
Has
now.
he lost his mind? No! Stay back! I may be expensive, but my goods are worth the extra. I may be expensive, but my goods are worth the extra. Come, amici! I've fresh sheep's urine and...
Unbelievable price.
I have fresh sheep's urine. And let me guess, you also have leeches. A classic combination. I think we're going to want to be back home for Christmas with family, but we're trying to hit the Weihnachtsmarkt, which you told generally closes by the 22nd. Yeah, it depends, I guess, where you are. Oftentimes, the Christmas market will stay open until New Year's, like a few days into the New Year even. But depends where you are. But yeah, on Christmas itself, it's usually closed for because everyone is celebrating with their own families. But yeah, usually opens like late November, early December, and then up until like late December, early January, usually. But that'll be cool for you to see because Weihnachtsmarkt is quite legendary in Germany. There's lots of really good street food and just like delicious drinks and stuff. Lots of comfy food like hot drinks and stuff. It's a good time for sure. Might even be able to get some cool like items that are like specific to Christmas and stuff. Lots of like handcrafted things as well.
Do you require a medical assistant?
But how can you prove that, merchant? I wanna see some proof now. Okay, nice, we found the place. It's actually where the assassination takes place for Marco Barbarigo. Yeah, could be. I mean, depending where you are, there's often like different ways for going about like how long the Weihnachtsmarkt is open. difficult. Yeah, in some places they, you know, close ridiculously early and, or kind of like open ridiculously early and close ridiculously late because people just love to drink their malt wine, essentially. And they have to find a reason to drink it any time of the year. So the earlier the better, essentially. Oh, nice. Another assassin tomb. Don't mind if I do. Nothing wrong with drinking Feuerzangenbowle or 12. I mean, Feuerzangenbowle is even worse, I guess, in terms of like how quickly it gets wasted from it. Like the Glühwein, malt wine that we're having is like, okay, you know, it's pretty strong and it's kind of sweet, so it does hit. But then Feuerzangenbowle is next level because it's like even higher level of liquor, like percentage-wise. And you have like much more sugar going into it. I mean, it is pretty delicious, you know, and can be kind of like a nice like group activity to kind of share a Feuerzangenbowle. But yeah, definitely does hit, you know. Visitazione secret. So for edits of Visitatione's catacombs to find the assassin's seal hidden within. Or 12, yeah. Just a few.
Huh. There is something moving over there in that haystack.
Sit back down. We're in the middle of playing a tarot game.
No, this time I saw something. I know it.
That's what you say every time. You were right. There was something in the haystack, you feminuccia.
I'm tired of your jokes. This isn't funny. I could have been killed.
By rats?
You don't take our work seriously. One misstep, one time you turn your back in the wrong direction, and you're dead.
Because of rats?
I'm not going to explain myself to you anymore.
Speaking from experience, probably.
Don't stop. This is so entertaining.
He probably saw his other guard friends die to Ezio or something.
Please, come back.
No.
I'll protect you. Don't worry.
Vaffanculo.
Is this really how it's going to be?
Si.
Run faster!
Leave me alone!
Shoot. Wrong direction.
Yes. Yes. I think I got away.
No, you didn't.
Leave me alone!
Run faster!
Leave me alone!
Run faster!
Leave me alone!
Run faster!
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Run faster!
Leave me alone! Guards! To arms! To arms!
Got him.
I'm out.
This Berlin Weihnachtsmarkt generally open longer. Hanover has the end date on a website, but you're always seeing for Berlin is when it opens. I'm honestly not too sure about Berlin, because usually I go to Weihnachtsmarkt in Potsdam, because Berlin is usually too busy for my liking. Like first driving there, you know, which already takes some time, and then just being on like a super, like overfilled Weihnachtsmarkt. So yeah, usually also in Berlin, often Weihnachtsmarkts are kind of like closed, like you have to maybe even pay to get entrance to it. Whereas here it's kind of, you can just go there if you want to. But yeah, over here where I am, they usually close like late December, I think. But by that point I'm usually like at my parents' like north of Germany, and they do it like also differently. So it always depends, I guess. Probably good to like look at the individual Weihnachtsmarkt. Of the way he says see, yeah. Very convinced that he's doing the right thing. Bless him, because he was. The other guy should have listened. I got off the insults, Mustang, or like just like the curses in general. Just leave him alone. Poor guy. And yeah, they're also playing a game of tarot. Let's not disturb them. For some tarot cards for them both to be very, I guess. Yeah, I would think so too, Grace, for sure. One is gonna be enough. Shit. Forgot to war run. Whoops. It's fine. Maybe I can still do it. It's gonna be a bit too close there. Jesus still made it. That was very, very close. Yikes. Swimming that water. There's actually an Easter egg that if you look into the water long enough, then you're gonna see like a kraken of sorts appearing. Guess he's maybe like a bit of a guard of this area. It is quite creepy seeing that like appear on the surface. But I've taken notice for the first time in the present day that near the elevator, if you look in the water under the walkway, you can see an octopus. Really? I don't think I've seen that one before either, to be honest. That's really cool. Is it like also a bigger one, or is it kind of like how big was it? There's some pretty cool like Easter eggs in Black Flag as well regarding like Krakens and stuff, right? Like the one where you can see underwater, like one of the locations when you look through the window of one of the ships. You can like trigger a unique cutscene where one of the Kraken kills a white whale and drags him into the abyss of the ocean or something. Which honestly really creeped me out. I wasn't really scared of the sharks at that point, but more like getting sucked into the abyss by one of those. It's like on the right side as you come out of the elevator. Was probably a medium-sized one, you think? I gotcha. It's really cool. It won't be ideal? Nope. Ever since the second Pirates of the Caribbean, I've been kinda like scared of of Krakens. Is it the most rational fear? Probably not. But, yeah.
No! Stay back! Stop!
Reminds you of music that plays in that scene. In the scene where we first see the Kraken pulling a ship under? Or do you mean like in the ending scene when the whole fight is happening? What the fuck? Where did he fall from? I think that's a thief, isn't it? And they probably got killed by like a guard or something. Try and run away.
Assassino.
Assassino. That was probably this guard right there who did it.
Only the height of fashion is on display in my shop.
Love these parties. Yeah, it's a pretty cool sequence. And I like how it's also like the sequence, of course, that we see in the trailer for this game.
Don't be shy. I only aim to heal.
Unbelievable prices I have for you,
Arosa della Virtù.
You will say I am quite handsome.
So we have been quite close to building it apparently.
My recent good fortune finding new suppliers has paid off.
Must be close by, just where?
No need to be shy. Come forward.
Let my experience garnish you with finest style available.
Must run faster. Stay back, dog.
Ah, that is nice. Found it. Cool. So that's where the next main story is taking place. However, I'm not gonna be starting another main story today anymore, because I actually wanna watch the game tonight. It's one of the biggest games in German football between Dortmund and Bayern. So yeah, just started I think a few minutes ago. So I'm gonna go and have a look in there, I think. But yeah, I made some good progress. Finished with sequence 7, we finished with the entirety of sequence 8, and also made the start on sequence 9, so yeah, if everything goes well, we're gonna reach the end of sequence 10 already next time. And then there's not too much left of the game, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's gonna take us another 2 or 3 streams to potentially beat this game. What he said earlier is what Francesco says to Ezio when being chased. It's cause you were chasing the guard down. I gotcha. It did sound quite familiar. I just couldn't put it down like where it was from exactly. It's really funny when the characters curse so much. It's just all in Italian, pretty much. Not even like a Italian-English mix, but just straight up Italian. Stay back, demon. Don't get any closer. But yeah, currently we are at 41% total synchronization and 14.5 hours of playtime. I can actually still add another map counter, right? I didn't do it earlier. So that's also taken care of. And yeah, this is gonna be where I will call it for today. I want to thank you all so much for coming by and for joining me for another AC2 session. We're gonna come back to this game, I think, on Tuesday. I think Monday I would reserve for Cyberpunk, actually.
Brings maidens by the score, but luck deserts me when I play. They hasten to the door.
A goodbye minstrel song from Ezio. You too, Mustang. Catch you next time. Cheers, Rod. Appreciate it. And no worries whatsoever for the stream. Thank you for being here and for joining. Yeah, I'm honestly not really sure if I'm rooting for one of the two. I mean, usually it's nice if Bayern München isn't winning because they are very, very strong for the past 10 years, have basically won every title. So it's nice if they would get some more competition. But I'm also not really a Dortmund fan either, so for me, I'm more looking into like a thrilling and kind of like close match, I think. But yeah, for the league to stay interesting would probably be better if Dortmund would win. Cheers, Kenway. Thank you also for being here. And Harbinger, catch you next time too. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here today. Also, thanks again, Jax, for the raid earlier and bringing your people over. And for anyone that stuck around from there. And Switchblade, thank you also again so much for the Prime resub as well earlier. And of course, everyone else for being here, watching the stream, lurking, chatting. Appreciate you all very much. Yeah, hope everyone is having a great rest of the weekend. I won't be streaming tomorrow because Levy actually comes back tomorrow. But yeah, I will be back on Monday. And then we're gonna play some more Cyberpunk with our first playthrough of that game. It's a good way to look at it. Thanks for the stream. See you later. No worries, Brutus. Thank you also for being here. And no worries for the stream. I hope you have a good weekend as well. And yeah, I also want to give shout out there to Rod and also to Jax for those of you who might not be familiar with either of those streamers. I mean, I'm sure most of you are familiar with Rod at least. Rod is also massive fan of Assassin's Creed and is playing that every weekend. Currently with Black Flag doing a kind of like showcase in-depth run where he's taking extra time for NPC dialogue and anything that might be of interest in the game. Celebrate 10 years of that game being released. And also check out Jax. Jax has been playing some HUD Showdown. He's also deeply involved with the community of Carnage, Trishella, hackers and stuff. So you can also catch him in both communities quite often. And yeah, just very cool dude. So if you want to check out his channel, there's a link as well. That's no worries whatsoever, Rod. More than happy to give you a shout out. We're actually gonna go and trade out to Maxi, because I never get to trade Maxi pretty much. He's playing some Mass Effect with the Legendary Edition. It's his first time playing it. There's some rating modes that you can copy and paste if you like. Thank you for posting them, Rod. And yeah, I will catch you all next time. Until then, I'll see you over at Maxis. And until the next stream, take care.